Hi guys, West Country Explorer here again today. As you can see behind me, a glorious, beautiful sunny day, blue skies, absolute joy to be out in the countryside. Definitely picked a good day to be out, I think. Today's video going to have a bit of a Knights Templar theme to it. Going to come to a few spots connected to Knights Templars, sort of a few spots in the West Sussex area. Now, the first place I've come to is Saddlescombe Farm, which is a farm that was owned by the Knights Templars. So I'll just start off by taking you around there and showing you a bit of that. I'll see you in the main vid, guys. Before I take you to Saddlescombe Farm, just thought I'd highlight Devil's Dyke over there. So, like I said, I've done a video on Devil's Dyke already a little while ago. Now we've got quite close to a main road here. Like I said, we've got the other section of the South Downs Way just running along here. So, like I said, glorious countryside. Shame about the main road and the noisy traffic, but hey ho. So anyway, let's take you to Saddlescombe Farm. Right, there is evidence of human activity in the area as far back as the Stone Age. It's obviously quite a long time that humans have been around in this area. This, like Saddlescombe Farm, did belong to Earl Godwin back in the Saxon times, and then following the Battle of Hastings, the area was given to a William de Warren. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And then in the 1220s, the farm was given to the Knights Templar to sort of farm and all the rest. And then sort of following the dissolution, the disbanding of the Knights Templars, the farm was then given to the Knights Hospitallers. As you can see, quite a nice little area. Now apparently, while the Knights Templar had this farm, can't remember who it was, but somebody did write to them, some like official, saying that there was this lady wanted to sort of come to Saddlescombe Farm and join the Knights Templar. Don't know if she did actually come here and join and all the rest, but if she did, she'd be the first sort of woman to be part of the Knights Templar, possibly the only one. Right, let's open this gate up. Bit of a calf going there. Quite an interesting little farm area here. Quite interesting little bits and pieces here. Bright light there. Bright light, bright light. This is when I'm not with a little gizmo. Mogwai. Don't think we can get up there today. Not to worry. Well guys, I'll take you along to see the donkey wheel. Some of this farmland is some of this farm area is a working farm, so it's all closed off. So I'm following a little footpath, and hopefully, yes, I can see where I'm going now. It's all a bit tucked away, this donkey wheel, but follow the signs, you'll soon get there. Basically this donkey wheel that we're coming up to is a wheel over a well. I don't know exactly when the well was built, but I know that the Knights Templar, they did deepen the well, so it was certainly around in the time of the Knights Templar. Obviously no well there now, but this donkey wheel, obviously it was a wheel that was operated by a donkey, and the donkey would use it to pull the buckets of water up and down. And I was reading that apparently donkeys were trained to walk on the wheel for 12 minutes, then get off, turn around to face the other direction, get back on and walk again for 12 minutes. And they basically keep doing that. 12 minutes walking on the wheel, get off, turn around, face the other direction, back on, 12 minutes walk, off, turn around, back on. So it's all pretty much fully automated in the sense you could train a donkey to do it and you wouldn't need a human around. A bit of information there. Oh, this says reputedly dug by the Knights Templar. Well, I'd read that it was already in existence when they came, so possibly dug by the Knights Templar, possibly dug beforehand, but it was certainly a well here during the Knights Templar time. And like I said, there's a little donkey wheel for you guys, donkey wheel even. Well guys, that's a bit of Saddlescombe Farm, an area that was owned by the Knights Templars. And like I said, what I'm going to do now guys is take you to a couple of churches that were connected to them. First church I'm going to take you to is Sompting Church. Just squeeze through it. And then the next church I'm going to take you, the final stop of the day, is going to be Shipley Church. Now, I was in Shipley the other day to show you around the windmill. Well, I was doing the sort of the 3 windmills of West Sussex, and now I'm going to stop there and show you around the church. Well, we're now at Sompting Church. The village of Sompting grew up on what was the old main east-west route between Brighton and Chichester. As you can see, the church tower here, it's got a bit of a unusual design to it. We'll be able to see it a bit better when we get round the other side. It's known as a Reinhelm Tower. It's a bit of an unusual design in England. If I remember rightly, it's a tower design that's quite common in the Rhine area, hence why it's known as Reinhelm. Now, in the 1150s, William de Burgos, he was the grandson of William de Burgos, who founded Bramber Castle. Remember, I did a video on Bramber Castle a little while ago. Oh, plane going over. But yeah, in 1154, William de Burgos, he gave the church, this Sompting Church, to the Knights Templars. Now, they had the church, like ownership of the church, for 150 odd years. And during that time, they did a lot of expansion to the church, a lot of work to it. Obviously, in the early 1300s, the Knights Templar were disbanded, quite forcibly, and when they were disbanded in the 14th century, ownership of Sompting Church was given to the Knights Hospitallers. Now, Knights Hospitallers, I think, were these Knights of St John. They're sort of what is now the St John's Ambulance. Yeah. So yeah, for 150 years, during the late 12th, 13th and early 14th century, Knights Templar had this church, had the ownership of this church. Now, unfortunately, I can't get inside. A lot of churches are still closed. Precautions like COVID precautions, this is one of them. So one day, hopefully, soonish, I'll be able to get inside. But for the moment, if I just step over here. But for the moment, all I can do is show you around the outside. Like, as you can see, nice sunny day, blue skies. A lot of the trees around this church are coming out in bloom. So even without the Knights Templar connection, this is an interesting church to come and see, because I can see a bit of an unusual tower. Well guys, what I'll do now is take you on to the next and final site, Shipley Church. We're now in the village of Shipley. Here is the Adur. I think this is, yeah. This is just a little stream now. But at one point, many years ago, or centuries ago, prior to it being silted up and as narrow as it is, it would have been navigable by ships. I'm guessing like the small sort of rowing boat type stuff, I'm guessing. But anyway, yeah, the River Adur at one point was able to be navigated by boats and all the rest. I think there used to be a mooring point near here. And over there you can see the Shipley mill that I went to the other day. There's Amy chilling out. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, between doing Sompting Church and this church, I've managed to acquire a wife. Picked her up on the way. So, and here we have Shipley Church. Now apparently the church was built by the Knights Templars. So that's the connection, well, their connection to the church. Again, unfortunately, can't get inside the church, not at the moment. Like I said, the whole COVID thing. So it'd be nice to get in at one point. Now here we got the entrance porch, is quite interesting design. There's some bags with books. I guess those are donations or something. But here we've got this stone here, believed to be a mooring post. Like I said, there used to be a mooring area down by on the River Adur at one point, so just goes to show how badly silted it up it is. To think that at one point boats could go along it, and now boats can't go along because it's so narrow. So, lady just went past them. Yeah. I mean, it's such a quiet area, little village. I'm not sure how long the Knights Templars had the church. I think when they disbanded, I think Knights Hospitallers had ownership of it for a little while. Seems to happen, all the land that was owned by the Knights Templars get transferred to the Knights Hospitallers. I think at some point in the 1300s, one of the de Barros families was strongly connected with this church. There's the de Barroses who had Bramber Castle and all that. Yeah, I think the de Barros who had this church in the 1300s, I think that was another William. Seem to find that sort of first names, sort of same first name keeps cropping up time and time again in these families. Now what I might do, when these churches all open up again, I might actually come round and do some videos inside. So, because churches, the inside are just as amazing as the outside. Also, there's another church with quite a big graveyard, considering it's a little village church. Well guys, that's 3 sites that have connections to the Knights Templars. Like I said, hard to think that this little river here behind me at one point had a mooring place for boats and barges and all the rest. I was just chatting to a lady who come through, and she was commenting on the fact that it's sort of no longer tidal, what with it's like the river mouth silting up at the Shoreham end. But yeah, so to think, all those centuries ago, Knights Templars built the church, and they could have come down here to this river and sat off on their barge on the start of their journey to the Holy Land, or on their crusades and all the rest. Ah. In a minute I'm going to take Amy to see the windmill. She hasn't been up close to it yet, so I thought I'd take her to see it. There she is, giving a little wave, yeah. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. It's a lovely, glorious, sunny day. And this video is evidence of the fact that in England, yes, we do get sunny days. And we get glorious blue sunshine at times. The usual guys, feel free to leave a comment, all the rest, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. And look forward to seeing you in the next vid. In the meantime guys, stay safe, take care, and God bless.